Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Waifu Watch podcast. This week, it's pretty straightforward. It is Waifu's Most Wanted, or our top 5 anime that we are hoping to watch on the channel at some point. So, very exciting. I figured we could just kind of go around, and I don't know if you guys want to do everyone just name their 5 or if we want to all bounce around, but it doesn't matter to me. Whoever wants to kick it off with one of their picks, feel free to do so.
I want to see Elfin Lead really bad. I want everyone to see Elfin Lead. Oh.
Okay, why? Give us our elevator pitch.
Yeah, because it's essentially about these girls. They have like not superpowers, but they have like invisible things that come out of their back, and no one can see them. And they're like these mutants of the human race, and they're like trapped in this facility. And one escapes, and they all kind of go crazy trying to get the one that escapes. And it's this whole like very gory, like violent, like female protagonist, like really sad, really just it's just really gripping. I love it, and it really just like is a mind fuck, and I love it. And I want to see everyone's reactions to it because I don't think anybody's. Fun, it's great. It's great. It's not like super gory, not nearly. I don't think it's not as gory as JoJo, but it's on the same level, but it's like a different. It's also very psychological. I do really like psychological animes a lot. So, yes.
How many episodes is it? Do you know?
I think it's 12.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that'd be an easy one.
Yes.
But anybody else?
We're going around.
Yeah, we're all taking turns.
Mm-hmm. I watched one last night. It's a very OG anime. Like it has the old anime style animation to it. I can't tell you what it's like without revealing my other one. So I would suggest Wicked City for anyone who's into horror, who's into like fantasy. Is it a ghost? It's a ghost. There's a ghost in your house.
Do you hear something?
But
yeah, I heard like a little like knocking, like a tapping, trickling sound, and it's happening all day. So I'm just like,
okay, it's a ghost. You're haunted. But
don't say that. It's probably just the fairy sprites or something.
You should get a Ouija board.
I believe in fairies. They steal my shit.
They're mischievous as fuck.
Thank you. But Wicked City is very old-fashioned, just started out crossover anime. It has to deal with black guards, if that makes sense. You have the human realm, and then you have the other side, as they call it. And there's a treaty that keeps them separated. And every year or every 500 years, the treaty has to be re-signed, and each side is kind of like wanting to fuck shit up so they can like clash again. But
so they want to fight?
Yes, it's like demons versus humans, and there's a pact between the demons and the humans. I will say the opening scene is a sex scene, and the woman's vagina turns into a mouth like this way.
I've seen that like, gif before.
Yes. So
I just looked over at Annie's face.
She's like a prey mantis, kind of like she comes out of the bed like, yeah, thank you. But he like jacks up just in time. You seem like it's crazy. But
it's laughing just because Annie was just slowly going and I'm like, same.
It's very cringy. But I will say it kind of solidates like their mythology, like Japanese mythology. Because if you see like the type of ways the demons look, if you've seen Berserk, if you see Devil May Cry Baby, you'll definitely notice like, wow, this looks like this same kind of demon, just in a different movie. But it's so much older that you can kind of see like where these fantasy fictions come from. So that's why I like it. But Wicked City for anyone who's just like want something real freaky and horror, but has a great storyline that doesn't lose you.
Nice. That does sound like, honestly, like when I was coming up with my list, I was like, I should probably watch some, maybe not necessarily like horror, but like I'm a big baby and I don't watch like scary anything. And so I'm sorry, Jack, but like.
Man up, Danielle.
Okay, so
I'm just okay.
I lift so that I don't have to experience the scary, so that I can like beat up whoever's trying to scare me. But yeah, I was thinking about that because like I love like, and it's like a weird thing, but like the only way I can do like scary video games is if I'm like watching someone play it.
I can't even do that.
No, I definitely.
Yeah, because like if I'm playing it, because like I love BioShock, but when I like tried to play it myself, I was like I was going so slow just because I'm like, okay, like peek around this corner, make sure nobody's there. And so
it feels like you're actually in the game versus
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, well then like, because like I like the like plot and all the like psychological elements of horror, but it's like when you're in it, it's too much. I'm like, you need to watch some like horror anime. So I figured that Jack, you would have some good suggestions since you're a resident expert.
I'll start you off slow.
Please, yeah.
Like Wicked City is a great horror that doesn't dive so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's graphic, but you're so mind fucked about the woman's vagina turning into teeth that you don't really like.
You don't really notice anything else.
It's like if you get past this, everything else fine. It's like,
that's
I watched an abomination and everything else is fine.
Just rip the Band-Aid off. Annie or Shelby? Do you have your...
So are they anime that we've watched but want everyone else to watch, or things that we've never seen and are excited to watch?
I'd say either or.
Okay.
I have some that I've seen on my list and some that I haven't.
Okay. I would really like to watch Ouran High School Host Club just because I'm such a classic nerd.
That's a big one that I've never seen, so I definitely.
You've never seen it?
I've seen parts of it, but I haven't seen like start to finish, and so I definitely.
If you're gonna watch on a host, you might as well watch Special A. Then you might as well watch Kaicho Ame. Then you might as well. It's a whole train.
It's not necessarily the worst thing.
That's true.
It is a kind of like a trope, but it's just it's so like cosplay classic. Like there was that whole era of Ouran High School Host Club where like people were just starting to figure out that if you cosplay, you can like take ship photos with other cosplayers. And it was like the beginning of that. In my personal opinion, it was kind of like the start of that. So it was an interesting era, especially like when you go to a convention and like you meet other cosplayers that are like wearing the same uniform as you, then you're like, oh, this is so cool. So watching Ouran High School Host Club would be pretty fun. It's not too long. I think it's 26 episodes. But yeah, it's got some really funny, iconic moments in it. So that would be a good one.
It does have some iconic moments. I like the thunder scene. The thunder scene's cute.
So I just picked ones that I've heard you guys talk about and like reading the comments of like our viewers and everything. And I think the top one is Cowboy Bebop because especially in the comments, I've seen people say that's a good first one to start if you're new with anime and everything.
3, 2, 1, let's jam.
And I read like the general synopsis of it, and it seems really cool and up my alley, like future.
Yeah, especially if you like sci-fi. Like,
I think you'd really enjoy that one.
So I think that would be cool to watch. Not only for me, but our viewers as well, because it might be a nostalgia thing for them, and we might get some new anime people that want to watch it as well. So
Shelby's our avatar, bringing non-anime world to the anime world. Love you, Shelby.
Yeah, man, Cowboy Bebop was like OG, like Toonami too, like late at night. So yeah, it is the like the universal. This should be your first anime. And it's pretty short, right? Like it's only...
No.
Yeah.
I thought, like, isn't it only like 25?
24?
That's not terrible.
Not short for me. That's like, I honestly try not to get involved. If it doesn't, I try to get involved in 12 episode animes. It's really dissatisfying. I try to avoid those, but I do have my certain ones like Danganronpa and stuff. But.
Can I point out how lame we are that every time we name a anime, it's like, oh, Late Up Night Tsunami. Now everyone knows when we were teenagers, all we did was stay up all night and watch anime. There was no party. It was us.
We're the ones who have a YouTube channel now, not anybody else. So
I'm proud of
it. This is where watching anime at night gets you.
Yep.
Be stopped out there, ladies.
Yep.
Stay up and watch anime.
I will go ahead and give my really obvious answer of Haikyuu because you guys know how much I love it. And even if it's not Haikyuu, I want a sports anime. I want us to watch a sports anime just because I'm very convinced that regardless of what the sports anime is, everyone always has like a favorite or like a team that they favorite, and just having everyone like
volleyball, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We have to do a waifu sports anime skit.
We just have to do a sports. We should have a waifu does sports stuff. We have 5 people.
So so Danielle can yell at us and tell us how much we suck.
I will. Okay, so I will say that I am a group fitness instructor, and so if you guys ever want to come to my classes, you can, and I can yell at you for real.
I don't like being yelled at.
Or at least motivational yelling. Yeah. I'm not a drill sergeant. I'm not a drill sergeant coach. I'm a very much like, I will say I can read the room pretty well. And so I know who I can like push harder. And some people it's just fun to.
I'm sweating already.
But yeah, obviously Haikyuu. And just cause like I played volleyball and so it's my favorite. And go watch the sports podcast if you want to hear me talk for an hour about why sports anime is great. But yeah, I figured I would get my obvious one out of the way first. But
did you ever play softball?
I did not. Surprisingly, a lot of people ask that because I'm built like a softball player. But
you'd be so good at softball. It's so fun.
We should. I wish we could have like a waifu watch rec team.
Yeah, that'd be lit.
That'd be very fun.
That'd be lit.
I played basketball and volleyball.
I played basketball too.
I was a lot better at volleyball though. I was not good at basketball.
I got kicked off the volleyball team because I just couldn't serve worth shit, and they were like, "We can't have you on the team," because I was not advancing.
Oh,
yeah, it's fine. I didn't fucking like volleyball anyway.
I can picture Mana. Why? The ball did nothing to me. Why did I
be like? Because you rotate to serve. They'll be like, "All right, it's your turn to serve," and I'll just like look at everyone, and they'll be like, "You have to go. You know you have to go, right?" And I'm just like. And the game was just, I only got to one game. After that, they're like, we can't have our own team. I'm like, all right, peace.
Even underhand?
No, even underhand.
Really?
Oh, God, it was just awful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. I was good at softball and cheerleading. So.
There you go. You just got to find your thing. Okay, Mana, do you want to go back with your number 4 pick?
Oh, yeah. Are we doing this in order or is it just at random order?
I don't care. You went first last time, so...
Are we allowed to do movies or no?
Sure. I think movies count.
I really want everyone to watch Escaflowne. It is an anime actually, but the animation is not nearly as amazing as the movie is. It's very much girl gets transported to another world, adventures, not lots of giant robots, just 2 giant robots, and cool animal people and lots of adventure. And it's great. And it's a very good plot story. And the
Shelby just grinning. She heard robot. She's into it. She's like, yeah.
Code Geass.
Yeah.
Definite Code Geass vibes, but cooler.
Good.
Yeah,
hey, Code Geass is growing on me.
It is.
I really need it to be over at this point, not because I don't like it, but because it's causing me so much anxiety to not know where it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for the ending because it's like bothering me that I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because usually with things I can kind of tell because I watch it and I studied like film and everything, so you learn how to like predict the ending and everything. And with this, I just can't crack it, so I'm just like
can't crack the code.
Yeah.
Jack.
Okay, I'm gonna get this one out the way because I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not like Annie and Mana and Danielle. I do not have a trained tongue when it comes to pronouncing certain words. I'm country, So I want to say kakaguri. I don't think that's how it's pronounced, but
it's a good
it's on Netflix. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Is that the one with the
gambling?
With like pink hair or something?
No. It's the girl with the like demon eyes and the red uniform and the cards.
Yeah. Okay, yep.
So basically it's like Hogwarts but for gambling. And once again it has this like horror aspect to it where you're gambling for like this girl wants your fingernails. Or if you're in debt, you become like a house pet where anyone can do anything to you under that law. And the only way is to like win back stuff. Like if you're so in debt, they will write out your life plan. Your life can be evaluated into money. And they're just like, okay, you couldn't pay us back. You're going to have this senator's son. You're going to live a life of this and this. Thank you.
Yeah, so marry this person, have this kid, and do that.
Yes. And it's just, but it's people cheat. And it's just, if you're also like me, gore horror doesn't really stick. You still need that mind fuck and learning like poker and just seeing how they outsmart each other to do terrible things to each other is just as exciting. Like there's a girl who just wants to die. So
yes, I love her.
You. Yes, and she plays Russian roulette, and she'll be like, "There's a bullet in all these chains."
It's great. Don't give it away, Jack. You're giving it away.
I didn't say what happened. I did not say what happened. I did not. But I suggest that one is on Netflix, so it's more like readily available than I feel like old school animes because you have to go through links and you have to go through different, channels just to find it. No, this is on Netflix. It's readily available for everyone.
Has everything.
It has. I love it. It has sex appeal without them being overly weird about it, but it's still seducing and terrible, and people are just irritating people. But I love it. If you like mind fucks and not really knowing where people are going, then I would definitely try this one. I'm gonna spell it KAKE G-U-R-U-I. I can spell my ass off. Pronunciation, look at it. So look that up.
That sounds, I would absolutely watch that. That sounds really dope.
It's dope. And that's why I asked if it's like a sports anime, because like I didn't know if gambling was considered.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that too when we were talking about sports animes. I was wondering in my brain, I thought about that because I was like, does Kakegurui count? Because it's technically like sport. It's like competition. It's competition anime.
Right.
So I was like,
Say it again, Mana. Say it again. What's the name of it?
Kakegurui, which is
Kakegurui.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Getting it. But yeah, check that out.
Next, Annie and/or Shelby.
My number 4 is Madoka Magica.
Oh,
I had to throw one magical girl anime out.
A lot of people have been commenting that, I feel like.
And it's
dark. It's dark.
Yeah, it's got some twists and turns that are not always expected from like a magical girl anime. But it's still got like really fun transformations and the outfits are cute, and so but the relationship between two of the characters is really cool in the ending. So that's a really good one. Is a magical girl anime, but it's a little bit has a dark twist. Madoka Magica.
We need more. We need more dark magical girl animes.
Yeah.
Would Kill la Kill quantify as a dark magical girl anime, do you think?
Oh, no.
Oh, I think I've heard of that one.
I've heard of it. I haven't.
Is that when the uniform is sentient?
I think so. I haven't seen it. I just know that it's like the whole trope of like magical girl, but it's like super like she talks about like how dumb like her uniform is when she transforms, and how it's like a lot of like magical girl stuff is for like sex appeal, but then she like has a big sword and like stabs monsters and stuff. And okay. Yeah. But yeah.
Yes, that is the one we're thinking of.
Yes. we've just had confirmation from an unknown source.
Oh yes, this just in.
Yeah, this just in. Amazing. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Love it. Oh man.
Shelby?
I guess my second or my fourth one, whichever way you want to go, is My Hero Academia.
Yes.
That's one of mine too. Now I can replace mine with something else.
You're welcome, Danielle.
Yes.
But very much into like the superhero culture and like films right now. So I think that would be a fun one to watch for anime as well, because superhero stuff is fun. So it'll be fun to watch that.
Yes. And I will briefly give my reason why. I think it's also a very great like low barrier of entry anime because everybody likes superheroes, and it's another one with like a big ensemble cast where everybody likes somebody, like everyone has their character that they love, and it's great. Like the plot's awesome, and it has very likable characters, and so to see them like grow and become better, and it's so good, and I'm glad that you mentioned that one. Let's see. Yeah, I guess number 4 or 2 or whatever we want to do. Made in Abyss. I've never seen it, and it won a ton of awards at like the Crunchyroll when they did their award show. Like I think it came out like 2 or 3 years ago, and I think it's kind of horror. But
is it the schoolgirl with the like bob and she's like cute, and is it an orange kind of bob?
It's like setting? The little girl and the little boy, and they're like companions, and I think the thing is that they like fall down this hole, and it's in this like not really underworld, but there's like, I know I've heard people say like it is really trippy and like very psychologically intense, because I think they kind of have to like fight their like inner demons and stuff as they go through these caverns. Cool. Yeah, and it won like so many awards, and everyone who watched it said it was just amazing. And I've noticed some of our commenters also wanted us to watch it, but I think it's more of the like psychological horror than it is like gory, but I think it is like supposed to be like pretty intense and scary. And I was trying to think of like a scarier one that you can watch or like would want to watch. And I know, and it's like so many of my friends are like, oh, you have to watch Made in Abyss, like it's incredible, and it just got a lot of critical acclaim. So I really would like to watch that on the channel at some point.
See, that's dope. Now
I have to look up. Let me see if I can find like the elevator pitch for Made in Abyss. But someone else can talk while I do this.
Oh, Mana.
Oh, yes.
Number 3.
My next one. Okay. Hold on. I'm tying my thing because I got stuff.
I love your
So number 3, I'd say
your tiara. I love it.
Oh, did she freeze?
Just got frozen.
Okay, there we go.
What did you say?
I love your tiara.
Oh, thank you. It's like a little tiny mini one. It's like a little hair clip one. I love it very much. And I put it in my little ponytail.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So really quick. It says the story follows an orphan young girl who finds and befriends a humanoid robot and descends with it into the titular abyss that leads deep into Earth in hopes of finding her mother. But I think there's a lot of twists and turns and scaries that happen. So anyway, continue, Mana. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I really want everyone to see No Game, No Life. It's so good. It's almost like it's a competition anime, I'd say. It's this sibling couple, and they're like ultimate gamers, but they game together, and so together they make one person, and so nobody can beat them. And then like some ultimate gaming lord is like, so I hear nobody can beat you, like come to our world, because they're like, they hate the normal human world, and then they like are really excited because everything in that world that they get transferred to is decided by games, and like whether it be like poker or like cards, it's like, and they have rules and shit, and basically they want to take over the entire game kingdom, and so they like slowly work their way up, like battling people against different kinds of games, and it's like a strategy type thing, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I heard.
And the animation is amazing. Oh, the coloring is so yummy. Such good gradients. So good.
Yeah, I would absolutely watch that.
Good. All right, I'm gonna go outside my element since I'm the dark one, and I'm gonna give you one that actually makes your soul weep. Grave of the Fireflies. If anyone's seen it, it is such a tearjerker. Like how people put on The Notebook. It's like, oh, we're gonna watch The Notebook. This is very much like a humanitarian weeper. It is so sad. It's war, and the boy is in charge of taking care of his sister, and they always look at these fireflies, and I can't even tell you like the depth of it because it is going to just make you so vulnerable. Annie, have you seen it?
This is the Miyazaki movie we're talking about, right? Studio Ghibli. Yeah, Grave of the Fireflies is like World War II, like really heavy stuff.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Listen, I love sad
I guess
stuff,
that is
though.
kind of too sad.
I mean, it's a gorgeous film, and it really like is like heart, like it really grabs your heart, but it's like heavy stuff.
It's because it's so realistic, and it references so much stuff, and it's like you're literally watching these people's lives unfold. And it's not going to go the way you want it to go. It's like a realistic movie of what possibly really happened to someone. And there's always happy endings, but it depends on what your version of happiness is.
on a sadness scale, is it sadder? Is it sadder than like Kimi no Na wa, like Your Name? Like,
yes.
Oh,
I can't do sad animes, guys.
Your Name
is
got
already
me.
sad. Life's already so sad. Why do you like watching sad things?
You should know their life. Okay, their life.
I would watch it, but I would just like, I don't know if that'd be one that we could film because I'm like ugly crying in the corner, just like, like.
I'll be trying to
with our mascara running. It's just
like the drop of a hat.
Yeah, Kimi no Na wa is a little bit more heartwarming, sad.
At the end, at least. Yeah, it's like,
this one is more tragedy.
Oh. Yeah, this one's like you want to fuck whoever did that to them up. It's like you're going to their village today, and just, you want to avenge them, but it's not. You will never be the same.
You will never be the same.
I would watch it, but again, I don't know if I want my ugly crying face to be on the internet.
What about your like tough guy exterior? Like you gotta keep up your tough guy.
I do.
I also believe it doesn't kill you, make you stronger. And if something can make you feel so vulnerable, if that movie has the power to make you feel just as helpless as those characters, you feel as if you have been defeated. You feel like there is nothing possibly you can do to make a situation better. And leaving that kind of makes you stronger. It makes you appreciative. It makes you grateful for at least not going through half that shit. Okay. Right. So it's a very cleansing movie. It's a very humbling movie that if you watched it, once again, you're just going to view things differently. Even if you're the type that be like, my life sucks, if you saw that, or even if you're biased, prejudiced, old, young, you are going to feel sympathy in this movie. And I think that's just the director's brilliance of it all. You feel like you're going through it. You feel like a character. And I mean, that's still kind of masochist kind of way. Like, oh, I want to make myself feel bad.
Pain.
But like, that's the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
It's supposed to make you feel things. And like you said, the brilliance, whoever made it, made you feel that way. That makes it sound amazing to watch.
Exactly.
That's tough because it's hard because sometimes really sad stuff doesn't make me cry, but then it's like weird stuff does in movies. Because so like for the longest time, like I never cried during any movies, and then all of a sudden it was like random stuff would make like, okay, so like probably one of the most embarrassing ones in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie when Groot says "We are Groot" instead of "I am Groot," gone. Just like I was like
not seen
no judgment, Danny.
Is that a good movie?
No, like every time it chokes me up when he's like, he said "We are Groot." Like it's like it's It's so dumb. But then it's like other stuff like when Littlefoot's mom dies in Land Before Time, like, which is super sad, like still makes me cry. But then other stuff, people were like, oh my gosh, that didn't make you cry. And I'm like, no. And so, but this sounds like I would just be like on the floor.
No, you would be like you will want I would just paint the picture without telling too much. Young adolescent boy, little sister, surviving World War II.
That already
no guidance
is a lot.
Think of everything you would do if you had to take care of your sibling.
Oh, I don't like that. Especially because I'm the little sister and I have an older brother. And so like
that's what I'm saying. You can relate to it no matter what.
Don't want to watch it.
Like, if you're the oldest, the youngest, the only child, you're just gonna be like, Lord, take me now. I can't. Just take me. But yes, go check that out if you just want to cleanse your soul, or if you want to get a better understanding of just your life or other people's lives in general.
Annie?
So my third one is, it's a stand. You could technically watch it without watching the other anime. So it's XXX Holic.
I've been trying to watch that one. I can't get into it.
Oh, really? It's like a companion. It's a Clamp one. So the same same artist that did Code Geass. And Cardcaptor Sakura and a lot of other ones. But it's all about really traditional Japanese supernatural kind of things. So it's got like folklore in it, and it's got like myths and legends and like fox spirits and rain spirits and things like that coming out of the hydrangea bushes and things like that. So it's got a lot of like really cool culture in it. And if you like folklore, this is definitely an amazing anime to watch.
Yeah. Nice. Shelby?
My next one is one that I've actually seen some episodes of. Just because my cousin was really into anime and I visited her for like a week and a half or something, and she was watching this. Yeah. Full Metal Alchemist.
Full Metal! Okay. Did you watch the original or did you watch Brotherhood?
I don't know. That's the thing. I just
which one?
I don't know which one. But I thought it was really cool because again, it had that little mystical element to it that wasn't like slice of life type of stuff. Not that slice of life is bad. I enjoy that stuff too, but the fantastical stuff is like what I enjoy watching. So yeah, I would really like, because I only saw like maybe like a middle of a season because like she'd watch some of it and then I came and was like, I'll jump right in, and I did, and I kind of liked it, but I could never find it on anything when I came back home to watch it because it was when I was younger. Didn't have access to streaming sites back then. I would definitely like to watch that to finish it.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Full Metal Alchemist, I never really watched that. I watched random episodes on Adult Swim, but what really got me to watch it was because I used to be really big about the way I'd find new animes to watch is I'd go listen to my favorite songs. I watched a lot of anime AMVs, and there's this AMV of Full Metal Alchemist. I don't know if anybody watched the Simpsons they had, and they were recruiting everybody for like the war, the Ivan Net Niaj song. They had like and Full Metal Alchemist, and it was like. And it was really cool. And I was like, oh, look at this guy with his metal hand. I want to see this. So it was good.
Nice. Okay. Me. Gosh. Okay. So I have a couple. I don't know which one I want to say. I'll go with my dark horse, my weird pick, which is Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. So one, it's based off of a video game franchise. That's one of my favorite video games ever. It's a visual novel series, and it's exactly what it sounds. You are an attorney. And I know that doesn't sound very exciting, but it's really just like over the top. Like not realistic at all. Like if you watch it thinking you're gonna get like a legal drama, like that's not it. Because actually one of my other favorite YouTube channels watched the first episode and was saying like he's a lawyer and he was saying everything like how like, no, this wouldn't happen. And it's like, well, yeah, obviously, but it's because it takes place in like distant, I think the first game takes place in 2017 and they were released in like 2000. So it was like the distant future. And takes place in Japan, or based on like the localizations, everyone calls it like Japanifornia because it's very clearly Japan, but they just call it California. And because localization in the early aughts was very much like, no, we're not in Japan, like, because people can't understand other cultures. But and so the legal system in Japan has apparently devolved so much that like 99% of cases by prosecutors are won, and so like imprisonment rates are super high, and you play as a defense attorney who like gets these clients who are like, you know, about ready to get sentenced to some crazy prison sentence, and you help them. But
they're definitely the underdog type of thing.
Yes. And so it's like it's a great game, but the anime is very good too, just because it's funny because a lot of the names are like puns. Like one character who's this like gross like skeevy guy, his name is Sal Manella. Like just top quality puns here, guys. Yeah. But like, and so but it's really neat because you get to see Phoenix, who's like the main character, and he like grows as a lawyer, and then you have like your rivals that you're up against. And so it's like part mystery, like detective drama, like trying to figure out like, is your client actually innocent or guilty? And there's a lot of like big twists and turns that happen. And I love shows that have really good character development, and this one does. And it's kind of a weird pick that not a lot of people have seen, and so that's kind of my dark horse pick.
Can we just give a shout out to just anime in general for being like the king of personification when it comes to like punny names? Like
oh my gosh, yeah,
create a character based around a name. They do that so well. Shout out to anime.
Yeah, that game has some of the worst best puns I've ever seen.
That make you groan, but you're
yes,
like, that's great as well.
There's a recurring character, and she's a photographer, and her name is Lotta Hart. Like, they're so bad, but they're so great.
I get that.
Yeah. Mana, what's your number 2?
Black Clover. Black Clover is really good. Classic, kind of not superhero-y exactly, but like character that everyone else is super powerful, and there's that one outlier that's like, where the fuck are my powers? And then like, it's just a really great story about 2 best friend rivals. Honestly, like they were best friends, but then they both got different powers. But like, it's very much watching the underdog. Really like, I don't know, get to the top. Not even really get to the top, but it's a good adventure. Underdog. Everyone froze. No, come back. Don't leave me. We're here. Oh no.
It's funny because she's not frozen.
No. Oh. She gone. This episode is brought to you by Nokia. Nokia, get your indestructible phone here.
Fucking hate Nokias. I'm sorry, that just definitely ruined our brand deal. I'm sorry, I fucked it up.
I was about to say, yeah, Mana, you just pop back in and just dissed them.
Yeah.
I had a Nokia for a while. I don't want to talk about it.
Anyway, sorry. What was your number 2 pick before you froze?
It was
Black Clover. Right?
Black Clover. It's very much underdog. Like everyone has powers except for this one kid, and like learning like how to like get to the top, and like his best friend is like his enemy as they get older, but not like enemy, but like, oh, we're rivals type thing. And it's a very good story. It's very cool to see his powers develop and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A good friend, buddy, gonna kill you. Underdog beats everyone, but also struggles. Anime.
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes of that, and I couldn't get into it just because, for two reasons. One, because I liked the rival better than the main character. I see you leaning. Like, I didn't get into it.
She said, deal with it, damn it.
And because I forget what his name was, but the dark-haired kid. I liked him because he was calm. And I think the main character's name's Asta, right?
Asta,
something like that. And he just screamed too much. And
he's tiny and has no powers.
But like everything he did, it was like da da da, like just like scream. And I was like, oh, okay, like, sir, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Stay away from my boy Asta.
I like the other guy. He was cool, and I didn't see enough of him.
Yeah. He was just boring. That's what that was. He was boring. Sorry. Carry
on. My number 2 is I'm going to get slammed because I'm the horror person. And I have not seen this. Y'all going to kill me. But I want to see it so bad. So, but hopefully, I'm hoping that we watch it on here. It's Attack on Titan.
I've never seen it either.
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it. It was for the commenters because they're like, oh,
I need to finish it. I want to see it. Holy shit. Yeah, that's a big power pack punch one.
I know, but if anyone's watched it, like, please comment and like tell me more about it. But okay, Mana, you too. You can tell me more about it too. It's okay. But
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I was like, oh, I've seen it, but if you don't want to hear my opinion.
No, you too, Mana. I was just letting them tell me too. It's okay. We gonna talk. We talk on Instagram. That's me and you. But yes, Attack on Titan, it definitely looks up my alley. The gore I've watched, like I'm a yeah. Like I watch like stuff on YouTube, like 10 top anime fights, 10 top demon transformations, 10 top like one against an army type things on YouTube. And every time I watch stuff like that, Attack on Titan is always like showing me some cool fight scenes. It's always showing me like someone's getting eaten and stuff like that. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah. I think I might give you a whirl, but I do things on my own time, honestly. A new song will come out and I won't listen to it for like maybe 2 years. And I'm like, hey,
that's
same.
Yeah. So I feel like Attack on Titan has now, I'm not going to say lost its steam, but I feel like the hype has kind of like, so now I feel like free of pressure to get into it and just be like, yay, I can take my time now because everyone else done left the room.
I guess I feel that too. I like to wait till the hype dies down as well. Like I still haven't watched, I have Disney Plus and I still haven't watched The Mandalorian. And
Mandalorian. So
I don't even know what that is. What even is that?
It's a
Baby Yoda.
Star Wars. Yeah.
Baby Yoda. I've seen nothing.
That's what my cup is Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda.
Protect, attack, snack.
But I haven't
so
watched
cute.
Nerd.
And I don't like to watch things when the hype is still like,
oh my God.
That's fair.
My friend had a Baby Yoda shirt on yesterday and I'm like, wow, Baby Yoda, really?
Listen, I don't know nothing about Star Trek, Star Wars. I know nothing. There's still
I was gonna look and see what the comments were saying.
They haven't. There's only like 3. They haven't been bad. One of the one was like preach y'all, so someone agrees with us.
Can look and see.
Yeah, I did see that, but I have no knowledge about it. About Star Trek.
That's fair. I will say Mandalorian's very good, and I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, or Star Wars. Gosh, sorry, my brain I did not make that mistake. I apologize. I was doing too many things at once. Don't crucify me, internet. I was looking at comments on our podcast video of the
we do read our comments. See,
we do. We read the comments. But yeah, Mandalorian's very good, and I'm not a huge Star Wars fan just because I like the original ones and some of the like early 2000s ones. But
I don't like remakes either. I'm not gonna say I don't like remakes, but if something can tarnish my memory,
technically these aren't remakes.
No, but
stories. But
But Mandalorian is very, very good. So highly recommend. Anyway, I have also, all my friends have told me Attack on Titan. I watched the first episode and I was like, and I gave up on it, which I know is like really lame because I'm sure like usually I give an anime like 5 episodes to catch my attention, but I just kind of like fell off the train. And I think also Jack, because I was like, everyone's hyping about this. I'm just like, I'll just wait until it like chills out a little bit because I'm the same way. So
Mana, can you tell me about Attack on Titan? Because I know you want to.
I'm not gonna tell you, Mom. I'm just like the premise is just like
I've been told it's like the Game of Thrones of anime. That's what all of my friends have said.
Basically, there's like the city.
Sorry, Game of Thrones elements.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what every single person is like. Oh, if you like Game of Thrones, you'll like Attack on Titan. It's like the same thing. And
the death rate.
I guess that's probably why. Of like, I don't know if there's big like plot twists and main characters die or like I don't know, but everyone's like, oh, it's like Game of Thrones.
It's very plot twisty. Basically, it's like a city, and there's different realms of the inner city because there's giant walls built up because there's these giant creatures, these titans that will like that eat humans, and there's like a brigade squad that helps fight them and shit. And like it's this whole like thing about like basically like defending the last of humanity and like this a never-ending battle of like life and death, and it's always you're always on the edge of your seat in Attack on Titan. It gets wild. It's very gory.
I might watch it tonight.
That's all I have to say.
Annie.
Yes. I vote this.
What? Okay. Are you asking my opinion on Attack on Titan, or are you asking
either or if you have an opinion?
Because I have very strong opinions on Attack on Titan.
Yes,
I can put those aside. So my number 2 pick is a slice of life one called K-On! Which stands for
I've heard good things about that.
Which is like light music club, and it's like electric guitar, electric bass, drums, singing club, after school club in a high school, and they make some really cute songs. Like I once learned all the words to "Light and Fluffy Time," which is the name of the song. Well, it's what it's translated into. The Japanese name is Fua Fua Time.
Oh,
and it's like light and fluffy time.
Oh,
and it's like a rock song, but it's like kind of cutesy and girly.
Oh,
and so they have like a really good album to listen to, and it's just slice of life, really. So it's got no plot, really. it's just them doing their thing, living their life.
You don't need a plot. You can just chill.
Yeah.
Fair.
That's my number 2 pick.
Shelby.
Okay, so this is something Danielle has talked about, so I hope it's not on the news. But it sounded really cool when she talked about it. It's Erased.
Yes. Yeah. Erased. Oh, I almost put that on my list.
Okay, good. I'm glad I didn't steal another one of yours.
No.
But, the main character goes back in time to stop his mother's death, right?
Yeah.
Or the events leading up to that. And again, that's a sci-fi type of thing. Time travel and all its complexities really interests me, and how like it affects. You said nerd, I know. No, trust me. I wrote a play about parallel universes, and I read 2 entire books on parallel universes.
Oh my gosh, Shelby, we need to talk.
I believe parallel universes they could be real. They could be. Anyway, we're not going to go on that tangent. But time travel is really interesting, and I like to see all the different like theories that are put into the different shows that deal with it, and like how they go about and making it real, like if they actually go into the science of it, or they're just like, yeah, time travel is real and it doesn't affect anything, you can just go back in time. So I'd like to see how it handles that and everything. Be super fun.
It's very good, and it's kind of heavy, but I will say it does have like more of an uplifting ending, but it's so good because it's very like mystery, but sci-fi and drama and crime, you know, like true crime. And it's really good. Very short, 12 episodes. So it's an easy one to get through, but yeah.
I will say, I think the Avengers did it best. Time travel. I think the Avengers like explained it the best.
Yeah, they did.
We have to have a conversation about that, because I don't think so. There's I love Marvel. Like I love Marvel to death. Like I've seen like Infinity War like a million times because Infinity War was better than Endgame, but.
We gonna talk about it, Shelby.
Yeah, we can talk about the time travel in Endgame.
I wants to talk about everything.
I am very high energy, and I can bounce around multiple topics. It's very hard to stimulate me mentally. This is why I'm single.
It's like I get bored. You're not interesting enough.
Listen, okay, no, that's a real thing because I'm the same way.
Like I want to talk about crystals. I want to talk about ghosts. Then I want to talk about the ecosystem. Then I want to talk about goddamn sound healing that they use to like.
I have a singing bowl and a chime bell for sound healing. It's lit.
See, I want to talk about frequencies. I talk about a lot of shit.
Like, no, that's a real thing because I was actually just having this conversation with my mom because I was like, finding someone who rides that line of like. Not being too evasive that I'm like, you're just being a jerk, but then being too available so that you get bored, but then finding that person who's like it's so stupid, but like that's how my brain is.
No.
And because if someone like, oh yeah, like totally, it's like, okay, well, I'm bored. Like whatever you want. I hate that. Like, but then if someone is like, oh, I'm not going to text you back for 6 hours, I'm like, okay, well, screw you.
See, I'm
so stupid.
Like, I can only talk to this one person about this thing. And I'm like, oh, but I like you, but I can only talk to you about this because you don't understand that. But I was like, I just want to combine and just be like, I just want to take this and that. But that's I mean.
No, I feel that very hard.
Yeah.
I'm too real. I feel that. But I'm also like very simple. I'm simple, but I'm also very complex. I know a lot about everything. Not a lot about one subject. I think I do like the multitasking variable. Also, like it doesn't take much to make me happy. I'm a pretty simple person, surprisingly, but it makes for good conversation. I love her.
Oh, did she freeze? You want a finger point?
Like being in scenarios that are actually real.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay. My 4 or 2 pick.
You're so.
You're kind of okay. There you go. Is Banana Fish, which is
no.
Man,
someone has feelings. The premise, it's based off a manga. The premise is, I think it takes place in like 1980s New York, and so that's when there was a lot of like gang violence and such going on. So it's very like gritty New York, and it follows the main character's name is Ash Lynx. He's super cool, and he meets this guy who is a Japanese journalist who comes over to New York to do a story about everything that's going on, and they wind up basically, without revealing too much, getting in the thick of the like underworld crime world of New York.
Yikes.
And it's so good.
It's sad.
It is sad. I will go ahead and say that. Yeah. But it's the story is just so great. And I'm a big so how I view like my violence in like movies and television and stuff is kind of weird, because if it's like gratuitous violence, but the violence is against bad people, I don't care. Like, that's why I love like John Wick, which are like super violent movies, but also he's killing all like really terrible people. So I'm like, good on you, Keanu Reeves. Keep killing those people. But like, you're breathtaking. But
that man's sexy. I don't care what no.
Oh yeah, absolutely. 10 out of 10 would recommend. But
him as well.
Yeah. And so in that sense, like, it doesn't bother me. But when it's like violence against innocent people that I have like a real problem with that. And like, I can't really watch movies like that. So like an example is, I don't know if any of you guys have seen No Country for Old Men. It's like a big, it's a Coen brothers, and it's a big like classic, like the movie. But the main character is just this like crazy evil guy, and he goes around and he kills just like innocent people with like an air gun that they use to kill cows in like slaughterhouses. So it shoots like a thing of like pressurized air. And so he like shoots people with that, like innocent people. And so for me, like I can't sit with that, and it super bothers me. But circling back to Banana Fish, like all the people that get killed usually in that are like really evil people who are like involved in this really like gross crime world. And so it's pretty violent, but I'm like, cool, take out the bad people, like shoot them up. I don't care. Like, but yeah, it's like 26 episodes, maybe something like that. But yeah, and the animation is beautiful, and it really like stays true to how it looks in the manga. And they kind of realize as they dig deeper into the stuff that's going on in the crime world, they realize that a lot more stuff is connected than they thought, and it gets pretty high up the chain of command and of people, and very powerful, important people. And so it's just super interesting and very good. So yeah, I hope you watch it.
Get it.
All right, Mana, number 1, what is it?
This is not like my favorite or anything. I've just been going at random, but Demon Slayer.
I've heard a lot of people.
Demon Slayer's so good.
I've heard a lot about Demon Slayer.
I've heard a lot of people, they recommend that.
Freezing. People are freezing.
No.
There, maybe.
Demon Slayer is great. It's like the ultimate. It's one of those good animes that has an awesome power sibling duo that's not weird. And
That's not weird.
That's not weird.
Important after our last podcast.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I actually meet my brother when I went to North Carolina. I got my brother matching bracelets. He has the boy. I can't remember their names, but I have the girl with the little thing in her mouth, and he has the boy with the llama necklaces. But it's like back in like yokai times, like demon slayers exist. Basically, his home gets attacked by a demon, and his sister gets turned into. Oh, this girl is conscious. Like she's not like a human eating demon like most of them are. And so they become this power couple that like starts killing off demons to figure out, because the whole mission is we're going to turn, her name's Nezuko, to turn the girl back to human. And it's possible, but they have to like defeat all these high ranking demons and stuff. So it's like a very like to like learn how to fight. And then he finds comrades along the way that have super different powers. And they're super cool. And it's just this really nice element, team, kind of not team, mission of demon blood gore, supernatural, great stuff. I love supernatural animes. So
me too.
I think that was the most like popular or like most like upvoted or merchandise sold or something of like 2019 was Demon Slayer. Like it was super popular. So I'd like to watch that too.
Yeah, I think I want to dig deep. I am actually torn about this number 1. I don't know if it's because I mostly watch it. Like it's something I will binge watch over and over and over, and I want people to watch. And then there's one that I've seen, but it's like, you have to watch it. I want you to watch it the most. So I'm torn in between what I want you to watch the most and what I mostly watch. So I'm gonna let y'all pick which one y'all want to hear.
Okay.
Mostly watched, or the one I want you to watch the most? Which
one you want?
One you want us to watch.
You want us to watch. Yeah.
Okay. So if you're an OG horror fan like me, Ninja Scrolls would have to be my number 1. Yeah, I don't know. No one's shaking their heads. Yeah, yes. So that's why you gotta watch it. So it's Hubei, I think is his name. I forgot. It's been a while. I told you, but it's about a swordsman, these league of assassins, demons in a way. And there's a woman, a poison drinker. If you kind of heard of that kind of legend, women who drink poisons to basically have sex with the soldiers to, take poison away, kind of like antidote kind of thing. You see it referenced a lot, but very blood and gore, very much stranger wanderer is minding his business and kind of gets
weird,
drunk.
Jack. You're real weird. You're real
You
weird.
see it a lot. I dive deep into the taboo.
I don't throw the W word around willy nilly, but
I'm a Pisces. It's what we do. But yes, this awesome swordsman. That's another thing. Like in anime, you'll always have this wanderer aspect. Like he can kill anyone. You know, you just don't know his abilities until you try him. So he's just walking literally and gets thrown into this basically war between clans. The shogun had died and they thought like, you know, he was gone for good. He came back to life. There's like money embezzlement with it in a way, but you have the guys with the shadow. He's like a shadow monk, assassin, ninja. Then you have the beehive guy who has like a whole bunch of wasps on his back and he kills them. Yeah. If you seen Inuyasha and they did the Band of Seven.
The like Band of Seven's good.
Exactly. So imagine those type of people, like even the like exploding guy, but this is OG stuff. This is like early, like 1990s babies. Like it's maybe in the 80s old animation. So it's a classic. There's horror, gore. I believe there's a rape scene in there. There's might be 2 rape scenes in there. But it's a good storyline. Oh, and there's love and romance after the rape. But it's not I mean, I'm being honest. I am being like honest.
Your warning?
No, not with the people. It's the guy that takes her. But like it's love and romance. And tragedy and comedy and just it's one of those movies that if you look away, you lose everything.
Oh, you mean Code Geass?
No, kind of like it's still a mental fuck. Like the mentality of it versus the actual like horror and gore go hand in hand. So in order to understand why the gore is happening, you have to pay attention because there's a lot of clan names. There's a lot of just underhandedness that they're figuring out. So there's still a mystery to be solved, but it has that nostalgia factor for me, like finally getting into anime and it's like the 80s kind of a thing. So I love it. Ninja Scrolls.
Jack, have you seen Noah Rise of the Yokai Clan? Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Okay, just checking. Carry on.
I might have to see it. But yes, I will. Ninja Scrolls is on Hulu and it's only in sub. Not sorry, but
She said that.
It's only in sub if you want to watch it on Hulu. But it's a great movie. It's a great sit down, get you a pizza, rub somebody's booty, watch it. It's a thing. So yes, Ninja Scrolls. Definitely gore though. So if you don't like horror and gore and terrible things that happen to people.
I'm just laughing at Annie.
I'm sorry.
I heard those 2 things like just so casually grouped together.
What, grab a pizza and rub somebody's butt?
Yeah. That is the thing.
That sounds like a bomb-ass combo. Whoa.
No, yeah, I've just never heard it before, so it took me off guard.
Oh, man.
It's literally an activity. You put on your favorite show, and whoever your significant other is, you eat the pizza in bed. Don't bother with
You don't eat the pizza off the booty?
No, it comes later after you drink
Hennessy.
comes
Later.
when you eat Hennessy, when you drink Hennessy. But you sit there with your pepperoni pizza, you lay down, and he or she just rubs your booty. And you watch it, and you're just like, this feels nice. And then other things happen later, but you gotta watch
slice the pepperoni
3 episodes
in that booty.
Yes. It's like foreplay for anime. Eating pizza, getting your booty rubbed is foreplay.
That's so funny.
In my book.
Oh, goodness.
Someone's gonna try it too. Someone's gonna be like, "Hey, I ordered pizza. My cheeks are out. Can you just rub them? Just rub them." I'm sorry.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
pepperoni, wink, wink.
It's a pepperoni. You can
Like I want that sausage pizza. Sausage.
Oh, boy.
Oh, I was thinking of
Stop.
pepperoni. You could take the pepperoni slices off. Never mind.
This got real weird real fast.
Now let me talk. What did y'all expect?
Weird is my comfortable zone, so I'm cool with it.
Oh man. Annie.
Yeah.
What's your next pick?
Okay.
Oh, you're all sinners.
So,
we're sinners. Oh, I wanted you to spit take so bad.
No, don't make me laugh if I've liquid in my mouth though for future reference, because I will spit it on you.
oh no.
Yeah, but we're virtual,
later,
so
too.
that's what I was hoping.
I'm just
for.
letting you know for future reference. IRL. So.
That comes later too.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
Oh Lord.
Mana-Senpai.
My cheeks hurt.
Yeah, my face is all like red. Okay, so my number one is one that I haven't seen but heard so many good things about, and it's called A Silent Voice.
I've heard that's so good. I've
heard that it's really good. The manga won tons of awards, and then they made a movie out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like an animated movie, and it's about this girl who can't hear, and there's this boy in her class that like has like teased her like forever, and like, you know, it makes her life really difficult, but like she keeps, you know, dealing with that, and like it's just a really good like story. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard lots of really good things. It's won lots of awards, and I'm very curious to watch it.
Yeah, I've heard that was very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shelby.
All right. I really want to see Death Note. I think that would be a cool.
I was gonna say that, Shelby.
That was one of my like honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Shelby, that's what this was. It was like this or this, and you did it. Go ahead, Shelby.
Man, that worked out perfect.
That did work out perfectly. I knew in my mind. I knew, but yeah, it just sounds super cool from hearing you guys talk about it, and then I just looked up the synopsis to. But yeah. It looks really cool. He can write in a notebook that can kill anyone.
Kills people.
Mm-hmm.
It says.
It's really, really good.
Has that fantastical element to it. So
it's Code Geass, but better.
Yes.
Okay.
Like
I used
Shelby,
to own a Death Note.
Like Death Note, I will always give you this word of advice for it. If you're used to anime, like having the demons come and like fuck up people's lives, it's the opposite. Like the demon's literally there just to watch. He does not interfere at all. So that's what also makes it good, because you see the psychological aspects of it.
And he loves apples.
He loves apple. I love apples. I used to have a Death Note. I was like, I'm making a Death Note. It was so, I literally like looked up the font and was I like painted my notebook black, and I had the Death Note. It was really official.
And you called me weird. You called me weird.
Yeah.
I am allowed to do that out of my own prerogative, because only another weird person can call another person. I love shaming other people for their weirdness, because I am, in fact, far weird than most know. So
basically,
it's fun.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, Death Note is it's so good. I'd watch it again. It's been a while.
I'm watching it with my sister tonight because she just got on that. Like we're already like past episode 20, so that's why I was just like, I will watch that over and over. So I finally got her to watch it. So that's it's for you. So
what's the girl's name in that show?
Misa.
Yeah, she's the worst.
She's the worst.
Freaking hate.
Outfits are cute though.
I used to do my hair like her with the two pigtails. I used to do my hair like that.
I still do my hair like that.
Loyal. Misa is loyal. She knows what she
Misa
wants.
Sucks. Like,
Misa sucks.
Listen, best character is L by far. Like, L's my boy.
Go ahead and order.
I tried to sit in a chair like that one time, and my legs would not cooperate.
I love him.
I love sitting like that. It's like
my legs are too long.
My legs are like the same height.
Like, but I don't know.
Sit on the chair. Sit on the chair for the family. Do it for
because it's like he like. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Do it for the gram.
You guys are making me laugh too much. It is. He like, okay, I really don't want like my crotch to be on the internet. If at all possible. Yeah, I'm also in a swivel chair.
It's sit on it and
swivel chair.
Turn. Do the position and then swivel and then just spin.
Anything.
Okay. Oh gosh, my knees already hurt. My butt's not in the chair; it's just legs, and it hurts.
You gotta spin.
Give
us a little spin. Give us a little spin.
I'm too old for that.
That's so funny.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. But
oh, my sister said, "Whoever said Misa sucks, you're right."
Thank you.
Come here.
How dare you?
But I like Misa because to me, Misa came like, listen, I like you. Okay.
That's fair. But every episode, I was like, are you going to die? I really hope you're going to die.
Rude.
Can't stand her.
That innocent, deranged person. Now, I will say I hate how Netflix did her. I forbid anyone from watching Death Note, the movie on Netflix. I swear if y'all watch it,
the Western movies.
It's terrible.
Garb.
It's terrible.
But
terrible.
Okay.
They're not even in Japan and in the manga.
They're like in Seattle.
That makes no sense.
No. Boo.
I'm boycotting it. I'm boycotting the shit out of that movie. No, it has nothing to do with the original. It sucks.
Always fucking shit up, honestly. Live actions usually fucked everything up. The only live action that I am willing to see is Yuri on Ice, and that better be fucking good. No one's talked about it, but it needs to be a thing.
Hey, you guys, can we see? I'm sorry, one more off-topic thing. What's that thing where they're doing the silk dance scarf thing? It was very, they were really promoting it like last year in 2018. Shangyu or something like that, where they...
Oh, that's like in every city every year.
Yeah.
I told y'all I'm slow to hype. But I would like to go.
She froze. So what did she say?
You know those like the ads for it's like Shen Yu or something. And
Shen Yu, I wanted to go this year so bad. I literally have the flyer sitting on my desk. I want to go. I went once when I was like 10 and it was amazing. I have very vague memories. Need to go again.
Then COVID.
Yeah, then COVID. It was like, fuck you.
They're gonna be doing it with the mask on.
I just found out like a few hours ago my birthday is like Saturday, and I did not know that. I thought it was like next week or something, and then someone was like, no, it's like 2 days away. And then I'm like, oh, they're like, we gotta go to the bar, and I'm like, what? No, we got super sidetracked. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, because Shelby said Death Note, and then we
Death Note
on a whole tailspin.
Did it.
Okay, so my last pick, which is kind of a funny pick. I will say my honorable mentions are Black Butler.
Yes,
and,
yum.
Just because it's like, I just feel like we need to watch
about
it.
Sebastian way more than I should.
And Fushigi Yugi, which is a kind of unknown magical girl anime, but I read the mangas and they are so freaking good. And they made it into an anime, but I never watched the anime.
They have a toy called the Fushigi with the ball, and you do the I don't know if you remember that from the early 2000s, the Fushigi ball.
Oh, yeah. I do remember. I just like unlocked a memory.
It was there along with like Snuggies and the light book.
It was like all those, the weird
pillow pets. I love pillow pets.
Yep. But my pick is Sailor Moon Crystal.
Oh, that's a pretty decent one, but also
So I watched the OG Sailor Moon when I was little, and it's in my heart forever. Okay. I watched Sailor Moon Crystal and was kind of torn on it, because I will say it's incredibly faithful to like the manga of like source material. Like there's no filler episodes like there were in the 90s. And so it's very like, if you want the plot of Sailor Moon, this is the plot of Sailor Moon. I was not thrilled with the animation. I thought
that's what really,
it was a little weird. Yeah. Cause they're kind of like, I don't know.
Overdone. It was way overdone a bit to me.
Yeah. It's very like hyper stylized, and everything looks really like shiny and bright, and
their faces do that thing where it's like smaller and the eyes are too big.
Much. But yeah, it's like they look kind of like those dolls that you can get in Japan. Those like with like there's like that whole market for, I think they're called like some kind of like ball socket or something, and they have like
ball joint dolls. I love ball joint dolls.
They look a lot like that. Yeah, they have the big heads and their eyes are like huge. And they have like the pointy chin, and it's very like anime. But the animation was a bit much. And I really hate that they made the transformation sequences so long, because then in the later episodes of the show, they just kind of like cut it out, or they would do just like part of it.
Snippet parts.
Yeah. When like in the show, like in the 90s, it was like you watched it because you wanted to see transformations. Yeah, it's like moon crystal power makeup, baby. Like that's what I'm here for. Like, but it's like, and so just because it is such like a classic like Sailor Moon, I was like, I feel like we should watch it on the channel. And it's been a long time since I watched it, and so I was curious if I would have the same opinions about it or not. But yeah, so that's everybody's top 5. We had a very wide range of shows that covered a lot, and hopefully one of these 25 that we named will make it onto the show. Hopefully. Tell us what you want us to watch aside from JoJo Part 3. And yeah, the big ones I've seen, obviously JoJo Part 3, which it's happening, whatever. We've been over this. But many like lots of Naruto, lots of Hunter x Hunter.
No Naruto.
No Hunter x Hunter.
I'm just saying a lot. That's what like a lot of people are. I think
we've all seen Naruto.
One person said Made in the Abyss. But yeah, it's some Demon Slayers. Like there's some of the ones that we named are definitely our commenters have been saying. But tell us what you want us to watch. And Mana, I believe, is doing our next podcast, which is you're supposed to. It's like,
oh yes, I do know actually. I'm stressing about it. Sorry, rewind.
It's okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's next week.
Yeah, oops, my bad. Cut that out, Hunter. Next week. Yeah, next episode, we are going to be doing a podcast on RPG games, all things like immersive video games. No Game in Our Life will be in there. Just like board games, competition. Yes, video games, all the things. Send me also some animes on that if you want me to review those or touch on those topics. Let me know. Actually, I might end up recording it before you guys even get your inputs in, but still put them in. So yeah, that's our next episode, and look forward to it.
Yes, very exciting. That's all we got for you guys, and we're Waifu Watch, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Like, comment, subscribe, do all the things.
Do all the things.
Yes.